Nerd of Things. The Nerd Uprising.
You serious? You don't know? Everybody knows you never go full retard.
What do you mean?
Check it out. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, look retarded, act retarded, not retarded. Count two picks, cheated cards. Autistic, sure, not retarded. You got Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. Slow, yes, retarded maybe, braces on his legs, but he charmed the pants off next to him and he won a ping pong competition. That ain't retarded. He was a goddamn war hero. Right. You know any retarded war heroes? You went full retard, man. Never go full retard. You don't buy that? Ask Sean Penn, 2001, I am Sam. Remember? Went full retard. Went home empty-handed.
So, welcome back to Nerder Things. And today we're going to talk about never going full Anakin.
Please don't.
He went full Anakin. I don't know how that happened. I don't see the lead-in, but maybe they led us there, but it just seems so rushed. But anyway, I feel like the season could have been longer so we could make it actually believe it. Like, it just seems like they just flipped a switch and people's personality changed. Sansa went from Sansa to Sansa Finger. Ran, well, he looks stoned, but he always looks stoned. He's always like staring off. I'm not really here.
I have to go now.
I live in the past mostly. They just flipped a switch, and they switched their personalities. But anyway, never go full Anakin is the title of our review or our recap. So how about that Lord Varys?
I think he deserved to die.
Did he?
Why?
Yeah.
He said, she's gonna burn the place up.
I think he deserved to die because of all the horrible things that he done.
But he was right. She killed like 1 million people. Hello? She killed 1 million people. Varys was right. So he got Dracarys. He was right. He's like, I hope I'm wrong. Or did they say, I hope I'm wrong? I hope I'm right. Something like that.
Lord Varys, I, Daenerys of House Targaryen, first of my name, breaker of chains and mother of dragons, sentence you to die. Dracarys.
So anyway, Varys met his end. He actually kind of deserve it because I guess in season 5, he went to go have her poisoned. Like, he was trying to kill her. I just want to know, like, he was supposed to be the master of whisperers, but like last night, he was a master of talking too loud. That's what they call him, the master of whisperers. Right? He was a master of talking too loud, and look to see where it got him. So Tyrion and Jaime, sorry, I have my list because there was so much that happened last night. But Tyrion and Jaime had their touching moment, but now Tyrion's gonna die, right?
Yeah,
She said-
because she disobeyed the queen.
She said, if you fail me, she said this will be the last time you fail me. The last time you fail me will be the last time you fail me. So Tyrion is probably going to die, unfortunately. And Tyrion and Arya are my favorite ones. But how about all those million of people that died? There's like 1 million people that died. If Jon had just kissed her and given her what she wanted, then she wouldn't have killed them all. She said, nobody here loves me, so all I have is fear. He said, I love you. They go to kiss, and he kisses her and gives her a little peck. He's like, this is a little kiss, Auntie. Auntie.
Auntie. See, there's
Auntie.
the problem.
Oh my God! Einhorn is a man!
Huh?
That he kissed her like she is his auntie.
Hey, he's a Targaryen, so you know how those Targaryens get down, right?
Yeah,
When
but
in,
that made her mad.
when in Westeros, do as the Westerosians do. Westerosans, do as the Westerosians do. Right? If
Okay.
so she said she didn't get the kiss. She's like, hey, so then if it's not love, it will be fear. Come on, John.
But how could she just change like that?
They've been asking the question the whole time, who is she? Well, you should have known when Varys said that anytime a Targaryen is born, it's a coin toss on who you get. Well, we see who we got. She did more damage than the Mad King, by far.
But she had two sides of the coin. She was really perfect, and everybody looked up to her. She's the mother of dragons, and
All right,
everybody's
we're getting ahead.
oh.
We're getting ahead. So, anyway, the fight with the soldiers, that was pretty anticlimactic. Right? The dragon just came in and tore everything up. The dragon just came in, tore everybody up.
Yeah.
So, tell me what happened. It's like a video game where the devs buffed a boss encounter, and they made everything else weaker. Like the dragon before, the other dragon died to the ice spear. The other one couldn't handle Euron Greyjoy behind the crossbow. And then this one is going taking everybody out.
Why is wildfire green?
I don't know, because it's some sort of chemical. Think of it as toxic waste.
Okay.
So the fight with the soldiers, like the dragon got completely buffed, where it took out all the ships itself when they couldn't do it before. Now all of a sudden she can take out a bunch of ships, right? She took out all the deal. She took out the both armies, and then she took out the scorpions, right? So it got completely buffed, and I thought that was completely cheating to have one dragon do all that, but the other two dragons couldn't do anything. So probably the thing that caught my attention most is that when they were doing the bells, like they surrendered.
Oh yeah.
Right, the bell was surrender, and that's without honor. When they surrender, you're supposed to let them surrender. This tells you like how much she's changed. Before everybody got the choice. They either bent the knee or they got Dracarys. And last night, the thing is, everybody got Dracarys. Right?
Yep.
It didn't matter if you bent the knee or not. You were getting Dracarys. Right? If you were the Golden Company, you got Dracarys. If you were a Lannister, you got Dracarys. If you were on the Iron Fleet, you got Dracarys. If you were the Scorpions at the top, you got Dracarys. If you're a townsperson crossing the street, you got Dracarys. If you're a mother making dinner or making lunch for your kid, you got Jakars. They even showed the kid with the toy. The one kid with the toy got Jakars. Like, everybody got Jakars.
What? One dragon died from a few arrows, and one dragon died by the Night King's ice spear.
And this dragon, like, apparently put in the cheat code in the Game Shark. Don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
What's that?
Back in the day, for Nintendo, we used to have a deal you could plug in. There was like a cartridge. You could program cheat codes. They program a cheat code where the dragon can't be hit and has unending fire. Like, at what point does a dragon run out of fire? That's a lot of fire to burn up 1 million people like that. Right? So anyway, she went totally Mad Queen. And the thing is, Tyrion told her that she would never be able to maintain the throne.
Yeah.
If she didn't instill loyalty and trust with the people.
And they surrendered. And Danny was like, "Whee! You will all die."
She went up, first I thought when she first went across with the dragons, like she went up, blew up the one army, then the other army. Then she hit the edge, and I thought she's just going on the edge to make sure she didn't miss any soldiers. And she filled that place up like she was doing it like she was painting a wall, but it will fire.
I thought she was just gonna go straight to Cersei.
She was painting that wall like it was fire. She was painting a wall of fire. You thought she was gonna fly to Cersei? Right. Why didn't she? Here's what I would have done. Like, actually, they picked better strategies this time because they sent the dragons in versus when they fought the Night King, they sent in their infantry. So let me get this straight. You're going to send in your soldiers who don't have the weapons, the dragon glass weapons, first. What do you think is going to happen? So they did a much better strategy, but she literally could have just flown over. You're right. There's other things they could have done. They could have just flown over the castle through the clouds, come down, blew up the castle.
Yep.
Like, you would think, why would she want to blow up her Iron Throne? She blew up the Iron Throne. She's supposed to get the Iron Throne. She blew it up. I think that takes away the whole point. Get the Iron Throne. Don't blow the Iron Throne up, right?
Game over.
Been complaining this whole series about not getting the Iron Throne. She wants the Iron Throne. It's like, yeah. And then she blows up. Now she doesn't have an Iron Throne.
Yeah.
So, Arya. So wait. So back to the Mad Queen. Before we move on to the where we're going. What are they doing with their story arc? The whole point. She's been Nisa, breaker of chains, right? Mother. She feeds them. A nurturer. And she's not a nurturer anymore. She's Godzilla. That's what that deal reminded me of last night. It reminded me of a Godzilla movie.
Yeah. And episode 4, she had a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah. And then tonight,
maybe she should have stayed away from the coffee.
And then they're saying that Jaime grew a hand back in the final scene with Cersei. He grew a hand back that he didn't have.
What?
Yeah, they missed it. You spend $15 million a week and you can't do consistency things like, hey, his hand's been chopped off, put the gold hand on. This is medieval times, don't have a Starbucks. And the thing is, the Starbucks CEO actually came out and said that this is the best thing that could have happened. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity. Because they got $2.3 billion of free press, and that was before any social media, just on the news outlets. So it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. I hope they send them a check.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh.
So Arya has become the Batman of the show. And don't get me wrong, I love Batman, which is why I have a $4,000 statue of Batman in my man cave. So yeah, I love Batman, but Arya has become Batman. She's just walking into the city without her hood. Right? Even the Hound had a hood. He's a big bad dude. He had his hood on. She didn't have her hood on.
Mhm.
And she's just walking in like she's Batman and he's Robin.
Yep.
Yeah, when she was stopped by the soldier, they asked what she wanted to do. She said, "Oh, I'm Arya Stark, and I'm here to kill Cersei."
At the end, she was all covered in blood, and she almost died. It looks like she fell on concrete or something.
Right. So Arya is like Batman. Right? So I thought it was interesting. Like the theory was she was going to go and help the Hound fight the Mountain, and she was going to be the one to stab him in the eye. Turns out she wasn't the one that stabbed him in the eye. He was the one that stabbed him in the eye. So I find it amazing how many times you thought Arya was going to die and she didn't. Like it was getting to be a little bit predictable. She keeps dying. She's not dying. She keeps dying. She's not dying. It's because she's the fan favorite on the show now. So
Yeah.
they're going to protect Arya, which is fine. She's my favorite character, but I think they've gotten a little bit silly with her, right? Like she got more done against the Night King than any of the other ones. They were completely ineffective. She's the only one that had any sort of strategy. What do we say to death?
Not today.
So at the end, I thought it was interesting with the white horse. The part about the white horse I thought was very interesting. And usually, if the character in medieval times is going to be given a white horse, it's for a reason. So actually, if you look at the white horse, there's actually a biblical scripture that says, "I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. His rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him." Revelation 6 and 8.
They had to bring the Bible into this.
So yeah, I mean, it makes sense because Melisandre said that she saw 3 sets of eyes. She saw brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes. Brown eyes was Walder Frey. Blue eyes was the Night King. Green eyes we thought was Cersei, but that didn't happen. Right? But also, they say when people get jealous, they have green eyes. I don't know why that is. I've never seen anybody's eyes change color, like turn green.
Daenerys does.
He has blue eyes.
Joker has green eyes.
Joker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, green eyes, jealous. Maybe Arya is going to go kill Dany. The Hound on the Mountain I thought was a little bit anticlimactic. I mean, it was like a double knockout. But if you ever notice on the show that's been shown, is that however somebody kills somebody is how they die. So the deaths are interrelated. So when he starts gouging the eyes out, that should remind you of the Martell fight. Ilya Martell! I killed her children! I raped her! And then I squished her like this! And then he made her blow up. Sorry, spoiler alert, you guys haven't seen that. So I thought it was a little bit anticlimactic, and I find it amazing from talking to people, they're like, they didn't know the Hound and Mountain were brothers. Yes, they were brothers.
What?
You didn't know that?
I knew that. I can't believe other people didn't know that.
The brother put his face in the fire and tortured him throughout their childhood, so he got revenge.
How did he become the Mountain?
I don't know. So
He's big like the mountain?
So Jaime and Cersei, if you notice, they tried to make the death touching. Right? George Martin, he's a sadist. Mm-hmm. He's an absolute sadist. When your good guys die, he wants you to feel pain. When the bad guys die, he wants you to feel bad for them. So As the minute they got them together, they started playing a soap opera music, and I don't want to die here. Because they're
I
trying to
hated
say,
that.
protect me. I don't want to die. It doesn't
It was so
matter.
fake.
We have each other. None of that
Yeah,
matters.
blah blah blah.
No, but they're trying to do it because they're trying to make you feel bad for them. Don't forget, Jamie. People are all upset that he died. Jamie tried to kill a 10-year-old innocent boy who didn't know what they were doing anyway.
For love.
All the things we do for love.
Oh my god.
He pushed Bran so hard out the window that he's stoned for the rest of his life.
Don't say that.
Sorry, there's a family channel, so I can't say it.
So, Cersei, she did not move me with her tears. I thought it was fake the whole time. And she deserved to die. If anyone else deserved to die, it was her. I was just waiting for her to get hers. Her to get hers.
Right, but the argument has been that since they ran out of the source material and that there were no more books, that the characters were all one-dimensional. So there were other facets to her before. Now everybody's just one aspect of the personality. All you saw she was just mean and evil.
Mm-hmm.
But it meant a lot more when they showed her with their children and all that when they were alive. So I think it was Angry Joe online complaining about how he's like, well, the writing is horrible and the prophecy didn't come true because the prophecy with she ran into somebody and her childhood name was either the frog or the toad, where they were a fortune teller and their fortune was that she would have 3 children, they would die, that she would have the throne, but she would lose the throne to a more beautiful younger woman, and that she would be killed by her Valonqar, which was her little brother. And they're like, well, Tyrion didn't kill him. Actually, if you look at it, Tyrion did kill them because Tyrion was the one that arranged for them to go underneath the caverns to get to the boat, to go to go take the boat to the other side of the world. Essos is where they were going to go. Right? So he actually didn't mean to set them up. He did kill them, but it was not on purpose. But the prophecy,
Or was it?
The prophecy did come true. No, there's no way to find that out. So I don't even know what's next now. I mean, it's like Dany's whole story arc is that she's supposed to be freeing and helping people.
She was supposed to be Hope.
She was Hope till those bells started ringing. All that happened is Missandei, okay, she lost a dragon. Okay, that's kind of hurts, but then Missandei got her head chopped off. Right? It's like she didn't, Missandei used to do her braids in the morning, and there was nobody there to do her braids. So she lost her hairdresser, and 1,000,000 people have to die. Right? She went full Anakin. She lost her hairdresser, now everybody's going to die. Full Anakin. The problem is she didn't go 25% Anakin or 50% Anakin. She went 100% Anakin. She can't come back from that now. Right?
She killed the men and the women and children too.
These sand people.
That was crazy.
These sand people, they're like animals. I hate them. I killed them. The men and the women and the children too. Full Anakin.
I killed them all. They're dead. Every single one of them. And not just the men, but the women. And the children, too. They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals.
So, I think yeah. And, I'll be honest, she's probably on her period when she did it.
Probably.
If they'd gone to,
So y'all better watch out.
If they'd gone to the castle any other week, the week before or the week after, she would not have been like, she's like, no, you have to die.
Daddy, this is a family channel.
I'm bleeding. Huh?
This is
Yeah.
a family channel.
What really bothered me, if
Yeah.
you really want to see how evil she is that back in medieval times, which is what this is based on, if there was a castle, they would sit outside the castle for 6 months. Let everybody starve. As soon as they get hungry, they give up. They get too hungry. I'm hungry. You're the ruler. I bend the knee. Those people would have turned Cersei over. You saw how quickly the Lannisters folded. Right? Right? Let them go without food for a week, and they'll turn Cersei's. turn Cersei's head on a pike, but Daenerys just couldn't wait. All because she didn't get her kiss from her blood relative. I mean, it's different. Like they're like first relatives, right? Like if it's like your first cousin, you can't do it, but you can kiss your fourth cousin. I think you can actually have a baby with your fourth cousin, and the kid won't come out with two heads looking like a mutant. But you can't do that with the first. The first, like I think that's acceptable. An acceptable way to break up, or an acceptable excuse to break up, is if you're dating somebody and you find out that you're your brother, sister, aunt, nephew, niece. But
Ooh,
right, if you
crazy.
find it out, like, hey, I'm really not feeling this whole thing. I'm not into incest. I'm not an incest type of person. We have fun, but I don't want to do this anymore. Right? But it's not like they were fourth cousins over, where there's I think by the time it's like fourth cousin, there's very little DNA that's even shared. No.
Yeah, their names are not Cersei and Jamie.
So she doesn't get a kiss. She loses her hairdresser. My mother said, well, my mother just said it today, well, you got to do what it takes to keep your hairdresser. I'm pretty sure they could have found somebody in town to do her hair.
That is important.
They could have found somebody. Or is it because she needed to have somebody from north of that persuasion to braid her hair? I don't know.
I can't believe you just said that. That persuasion. Oh my gosh. You guys didn't catch that? Junior and Opal?
There, I said it. They can rewind it. I don't care. All right, so I believe you're going to see Arya fight Dany. I believe you're probably going to see Jon fight Grey Worm. And somehow I think Arya and Gendry are going to end on the throne.
There's articles that Arya's going to kill Dany.
I believe so. I don't need an article to see. They put her on the horse for a reason. The horse just came. It was like given to her from the gods. The god of death. The many-faced god of death. Alright, so I believe you'll see Arya and Gendry on the throne somehow. Because honestly, Gendry is the next in line. Jon doesn't want it. Jon may end up dying. Gendry will probably get on the throne. I mean, they've already set the path. He keeps coming back. She legitimized him, changed him from a bastard and made him into a lord right before the battle. And Robert Baratheon said to Ned Stark in season 1, if we could somehow marry off our two houses, then we would have lasting peace in Westeros. So that's the two houses, Baratheon, Stark, and have the mix of baby. There.
That might be for the next series. I don't think it's going to happen this series.
Look, I don't know how they're going to wrap this up in an hour and a half. Okay. So, I don't know if anybody else has any final comments, but I'll go. I think everybody in the house lost sleep. So that's a testament to the show and to the writers that I don't know, I just kept dreaming about all those women and children getting burned up by the dragons like that. And the look on her face. She looked like the Hobgoblin or the Green Goblin from Spider-Man.
I dreamed about being in Game of Thrones from season 1 to season 8.
Dreamt of?
Uh-huh.
I think that Jon has a better chance of killing Dany because of that one moment where he saw that what Dany was doing. I don't think he loves her anymore.
It will be Arya. They did not just give her a horse from the gods so that she could just ride it off into the sunset. That's why the many-faced god chose her. So anyway, yeah. I'm going to stop watching TV after a while. After this, I'm going to stop watching TV for a while.
I mean, what would you watch? You still have to process what you saw.
I don't know. Maybe somebody can leave in the comment section below what shows out there that are good. All right. So anyway, thanks for joining us at Nerd of Things. It was fun talking about it, talking about the show. So maybe you can leave your prediction about what's going to happen on the show tomorrow. Please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.